So I grabbed some of these snowman ornaments from Dollar Tree. They're just the unfinished ones. And I'm going to take one of those and fill in the hole with some lightweight spackling from Dollar Tree. Then I'm going to give him a coat of white. And then I'm going to give him a little bit of orange on his nose. And then I'm going to paint his hat black. And there he is, all finished painted. Next, I'm going to take this little box. It's a rectangle box that I got from Michael's, and these are really lightweight. It's almost like a balsa wood. And I'm going to paint the inside of the box, just the inside, with some white paint. Then I'm going to take this little stand that I got from Dollar Tree. It used to have this thing on it. It was like a frame. I'm going to paint the little stand part, the little part that goes up, white, and then I'm going to paint the base black. Then I'm also going to paint around the edges of that little box with black paint also. So I'm going to do the whole frame of that box black, inside and out. I'm going to be very careful not to get any paint on the white that I did. If you happen to get a little black on, just touch it up with some white paint after. And here they both are, all finished painted. Next, I took a little piece of scrapbook paper that just had some writing on it. Kind of looks like a newspaper article or maybe something out of a dictionary. And I'm going to Mod Podge that to the back of my sign. And people always ask, why do you paint before you put paper on? One, because it makes the paper brighter, that you're not using it on such a darker surface. And two, if you happen to mess up with putting the paper on, you won't notice because you're not going to see the wood coming through. You'll just see the paint. And nobody's perfect at cutting. I sure know that I am not. I am terrible at cutting a straight line. So I always mess up. So you can't tell because I have the color painted white in the back. So here we are. We're back to working on our snowman while we let that Mod Podge dry. I had this black and white like plaid fabric. So I just cut it into a strip. And I'm just going to kind of lay it on the snowman and make a little scarf out of it. And I hot glue that right where the scarf would be on a snowman. And I'm not even going to tie this, just kind of overlap it and then hot glue it into place and then trim off the excess. I just used a little dab of hot glue and cut off all those excess fabric things, frays that are coming out. And he is looking super cute already. Next, I'm going to take some hot glue and glue some buttons on. I just glued 2 buttons, one on each one of his little rounds. And look how cute he is. Adorable, right? Next, I'm just going to take a little spot of black paint and make him a little eye. Next, I'm going to take a sanding sponge and I'm going to sand the edges of my snowman. I kind of want him to have, a rustic vintage vibe. So I'm just going to sand down all of the edges. And I just got this sanding block right at Dollar Tree. Next, I'm going to take some Mod Podge and I'm going to coat around the snowman with some Mod Podge. I'm going to give it a nice thick coat, and then I'm going to take these mica flakes made by Tim Holtz, and I got these on Amazon, and I'm just going to sprinkle these all over the snowman. Use my finger to kind of place them where I want, and that button kept falling off because it didn't get the glue in time, so I'm just going to hot glue that right back on. When I went to go set it down the first time, it didn't hit the glue completely. So again, I'm just adding Mod Podge and adding more mica flakes. And I'm going to do this all over the whole snowman. Then you can add a little Mod Podge over the mica flakes to make them stick a little bit better. And this will all dry, clear. You won't see the Mod Podge. And then while it's still wet, I'm going to add some glitter. And this is just fine glitter that I get at Hobby Lobby. Making sure that everything is going to stay and that we aren't going to have, glitter and mica flakes falling everywhere. And how super cute is he? And I wanted a little bit more sparkle on his nose, so I just added a little bit of Mod Podge to that. and then added a little bit of glitter because his nose didn't really seem to get any. Now I'm going to hot glue him right to the center of that little box that we scrapbook papered. I just add some hot glue to the back of him and pop him right in the center. Next, I'm going to take a sanding sponge and I'm going to sand off the edges of the box. I wish I had thought of this before I stuck him in there, but that's okay. Sometimes, you know, things are an afterthought. So I'm just going to sand the edges of the box. Again, I wanted the box to have a vintage vibe also, and that only took a couple seconds to do that. Next, I'm going to put some hot glue on the stem of this little photo frame that we took apart, and I'm going to hot glue that right to the back of this frame, and this is going to be our little stand. And look how perfect this is. How super cute. Then I found this Make-A-Wish. It's from Tim Holtz. It's just like a little cardboard cutout wording. They sell these at Michael's. They have them at Joann's. They have them online on Amazon. And I just hot glued that to the top. Then I had this little knob that I had in my stash, and I painted it black, and then I hot glued that to the top. And that is it. This project is finished. I think this turned out so super cute, and I love the vintage look of it. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it inspires you to make one. And as always, don't forget to spread the chaos.